Hi guys, I've been craving black beans lately. So if you're gonna have a craving, that's a pretty good one to have, right? It's really hot. You can probably tell I'm probably glistening. Um, so I've been eating really light lately, like rice and stir-fry veg and a lot of fruit and just raw carrots, things like that. But lately I've just really been wanting black beans. So I know I've fixed this with you before. I don't know if the recipe is going to be exactly the same. It's probably not because I don't cook by recipes. And you know that if you follow me. So I'm just going to do a black bean chili and you guys can follow along, okay? So I've soaked a pound of black beans and I've done that, I'd say probably, I'd say 18 hours maybe. And I like to do them until they're starting to split open. Sprout a little bit. I think they're healthier that way. You only have to do them overnight. You can soak them a couple hours if you want. It's up to you. You don't have to soak them this long. But if you do soak them this long, be sure that you're changing out this water every few hours. Just give them a good rinse, dump the water, add more water every few hours. And that helps with the gassiness as well, in case you didn't know that. Okay, so I'm going to pour these into my Instant Pot liner. And so that I don't make any mistakes and pour anything directly in there, I'm going to put that cover just kind of upside down. And you'll probably see that in a lot of my videos. You'll see me cooking and this liner just turned upside down or kind of cocked in there like that. It's just to let me know that the liner isn't in so that I don't put food directly in there. And if you've ever made that mistake, you'll know what I'm talking about. Sorry, my camera isn't. There we go. You thought I was going blurry there for a minute, wasn't I? Okay, so what I'm adding to this is actually 3 cloves of garlic. And if you don't want to put that much, you don't have to. I like garlic. So I've just chopped it up down here with my little ulu knife. And I use this thing for everything. And one thing that I have discovered, I don't know why it is, but my onions don't make me cry when I chop them with the ulu knife and that curved cutting board. If you guys don't have one of these, I strongly recommend. And the company is this Alaska Cutters. I'll try and find a link and put it for you. But they are directly from Alaska. It's got a curved bowl so that your food doesn't slide away as easily as it would on a flat cutting board. And you just chop. And it's really, really sharp. And for some reason, the curve of that bowl, it doesn't make me cry like it used to. I used to, I'd have to go wash my face and chop things before the camera, before I turned the camera on and wash my face before I started filming because it was that bad. And now it doesn't. You see all my eye makeup is still there. Okay, so that's 1 whole onion chopped up. And then this is only half of a yellow pepper. You can add a whole one if you want. I just had a half sitting in the fridge. Use what you've got on hand. Don't buy special ingredients. That's a green pepper chopped up. And then I'm going to add about a cup of quinoa. And you all see me, I have these pretty jars and I take my ingredients, my rice and quinoa and beans and all that stuff, and I put them right in these jars, and I have little shelves in my kitchen because I have a vintage type kitchen and it's pretty. So you've commented before, sorry about that, about me not rinsing quinoa. Google that, okay? You don't have to rinse quinoa in most cases anymore because it's already comes pre-rinsed. So all that chalky stuff that used to be on the quinoa before quinoa became in vogue, it's been rinsed off. They've realized the problem. People weren't liking quinoa because of that bitter flavor. And so they said, hey, if we want our product to be more likable, let's pre-rinse it, because people don't often read the directions and they don't know it's supposed to be pre-rinsed. So they started rinsing it for us, and then a lot more people like the taste of quinoa. Go figure. So this is about a cup. So that will explain to you why I don't bother rinsing it. I buy it organic. I take it right out of its little pouch, put it in my pretty jars, and up on the counter it goes. This is some just tomato puree that from my overabundance of tomatoes. And so there's a lot of water in there. And it's probably about, 3 or 4 Roma tomatoes. Use what you've got on hand. If you've got canned tomatoes or fresh or whatever you've got, just add that. And I just put that water in there so that I got all the bits out of the edges there of my jar. And that was actually in my freezer. So I've got jars of frozen tomatoes in my freezer. And the trick to freezing in glass, don't fill it to the top. Don't go farther than that point, okay? And you can freeze anything in glass in your freezer. And yeah, I got water on my dress. Don't worry. It's just water. So I'm going to add some white miso paste, and that gives us our, it does have sodium in it. Actually, it has salt in it, but it gives us our sodium, and it gives us our salty flavor, because there is a little bit of salt in that, but not as much as if you were to just dump salt. Okay? And I like the flavor of the miso. I really do. Okay, and then for my spices, I've just got chili powder, and I am going to put about 2 tablespoons because I like my chili to have a lot of flavor. My granny was a Texan, and you can put more, you can put less. You do you. Don't worry about what I put in. If you don't like it, don't do it. Do something different. Okay, and then there's paprika. If you want it to be really spicy, use smoked paprika, and if you don't, just use regular. And I'm going to do 1 tablespoon of paprika. And then I've got some cumin. And I'm going to do a tablespoon of cumin. And then I'm going to add just a little more water than what I've already added. Sorry. That kind of got stuck in there, stuck in the throat. You want it to be, a good inch or 2 above your beans, so that all the vegetables can cook, and the quinoa has enough liquid to clump up and cook properly. And if you don't want to add quinoa, or you don't have any on hand, you can add some brown rice in there. You know, don't go to the store for anything special. Just use what you've got. And then I'm going to put this in here. And I'm going to set it to high pressure at 22 minutes. And on my machine, it just is the manual button. And I'm going to set it to 22 minutes. 22 minutes to cook those black beans. And if you want to see what it looks like when it comes out, that's going to be your thumbnail picture. I'm not going to break my filming up in 2 separate sections so that you can see it come out. Because it just takes too long, and I want to upload it right away. So you'll see that on the thumbnail picture, what it looks like. Just a really simple meal that's really healthy and really good too. Have a good day, guys.